a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Cleveland Browns. Joey Slye, the kicker, stands ready. And off we go to wrap up the week on a Monday night. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. And he will score. Touchdown, Jets. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for a team to just score, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Extra point by Slye is up and good, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Carter. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Looking to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield on play action. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Jets 7. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Second and 6. Back to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore.
That's good for the Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Here we go, D, get up.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
They'll run on first down. Carter, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On play action, they'll throw. Steps away to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you talk about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
They go play action. Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll make it 2nd down. A give. This is Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Two minutes gone by, second quarter. On third down, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
A run for Nick Chubb. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Jets 7. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
He'll drop this underneath to Carter.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a good 16 yards. That's good.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
On first down, Carter. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I would think as a play caller, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Sliding out of the pocket, going for it all.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down. The
Jets on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Now Mayfield. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Single.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
They'll try to run for it with Carter. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Off the option, that's complete. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Carter. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started,
as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield drops it off for Chubb, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Mayfield with it once more. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Touchdown, Browns. Anthony Schwartz in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns would extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Jets 14. Jody Sly set to kick off.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half, they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter, and not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do, and right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
To throw, Mayfield. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Chubb. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And it looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. Mayfield now. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 4th down. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Mike 28, Mike 28, watch the pass.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 2nd down, a run with Carter. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They're going to look to throw. That one caught by Carter. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. They'll look to throw here. They'll set up the screen to Carter. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. 2nd and 15. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
A gain of 14 yards brings up 3rd down.
Hawk 70. Check. Crunch.
They'll run with Carter. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were.
Stop here, Dave. Trap 60. Mike 52. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. Mike 52.
He'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And where they are on the scoreboard almost dictates taking this big shot and trying to get right back into the game. They took it there and couldn't connect. Despite the defense being ready, go ahead and force it downfield. See what you can get.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Out of the gun, they run with Carter. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The Browns drive about to get started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their play.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to take it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And his kick here is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
New Mike 52, Mike 52. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Take this. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike, watch Mike.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 67 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd and inches, Mayfield. Touchdown! That's caught. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Browns add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is now 24.
17.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down,
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Now Mayfield lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Mayfield to throw it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll drop to throw. Going up top. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the 1st down at around the 22. Going for it, it's Carter. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
It's a gain of 18.
They'll run with Carter. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write a finish to this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Browns stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
That's to his running back, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Carter, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Hey, Mike, this is Pirate. Back to you. I'm going back to you.
He'll look to throw. Throw right side complete to Carter. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
He's coming. He's coming. Check in. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. All right, 70 range. 70 range. All right, D. Mike 28. So don't say nothing.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cleveland, they continue to roll as the win.